back to Antique Overland. As promised, we've compiled a short video on our Warner Auto trailer. Needless to say, the trailer gets a lot of attention when we take it out on the road, mainly for one of two reasons. Either people are shocked by the fact that a stock 31 Ford A can actually pull a fully loaded trailer, or because they don't even know the trailers were available in 1916. Either way, we've taken our prairie schooner on some incredible adventures, and every time we do, we can't help but wonder about the countless other trips it went on during its 100-plus year history. So come with us as we explore the history of the Warner Auto trailer, and more importantly, our particular Warner trailer, which has a unique and special history all its own. The Warner Auto Trailer Company was founded in March of 1916 by Arthur Pratt Warner of automotive and aviation fame. Warner, along with his business partners J.W. Menall and A.B. Cadman, who owned the patent for the trailer tongue they were going to be using, would open their trailer factory in the former J. Thomas & Sons manufacturing plant in Beloit, Wisconsin, with enough capital and machinery to supposedly produce 100 trailers a day. The trailers, the articles claimed, were set to revolutionize the outdoor experience. Warner didn't just make camper trailers, though. He produced several types of trailers and at various price points, the camping trailer being just one of those offerings. Warner also produced the models K and F, which were essentially cargo trailers, a cattle car that came with a stake body, a steer car with a removable front stanchion, and a pole trailer, marketed to telephone and telegraph companies. So what did the customer get for their money? Well, in truth it really depends on which model they purchased. Regardless, however, they were at least assured of getting a wood box trailer with a chrome vanadium steel axle, Bach roller bearings, Warner noiseless gate locks and couplings, an adjustable drawbar for leveling the body, 2 folding Pullman-style beds measuring 4x6 with sagless springs and mattresses, a waterproof khaki tent with stakes and guy ropes, curtains for each bed, a folding stove and table, and a choice of hard rubber or pneumatic tires on Pruden clincher wheels. The entire assembly opened to approximately 7.5 by 14 feet. Warner offered their camping trailers in 2 models, the less expensive T40 and the more expensive T41. The T40 gave the customer a trailer with a 1,500-pound capacity, 30 by 3.5 inch pneumatic tires, and the option to add an ice chest for an extra $10, putting the base price, according to advertisements, between $200 and $225. The Model T41, on the other hand, included a 2,500-pound capacity, 34 by 4.5 inch pneumatic tires, and of course, the ice chest. The discerning customer could also get their T41 painted to match their car for a starting point of $325. For those of you who geek out over inflation, that'd be equivalent to buying a trailer priced between $5,700 and $9,400 today. The biggest selling points to either model were twofold, the towability being probably the most beneficial. The Warner was known for its stability, and with the optional pneumatic tires could track a vehicle at 50 miles per hour. The same evidently held true for the hard rubber tires, though it dropped the tracking to 15 miles per hour. The other benefit is the easy reliability with which the trailer coupler functions. The advertisements touted that even a boy could hitch the trailer. I agree with both the selling points. As the primary driver when we tow, the Warner does beautifully, even 100 years later. It holds its reputation and tracks just as I would want it to, both on and off the highway. The coupler, patented by A.B. Cadman, the vice president of Warner, is easy to attach just like the ad claims, and frankly, it's better than a few modern trailers I've dealt with. By 1921, the company had ceased production of its prairie schooner auto trailers, preferring to remain in the commercial sector. However, that commercial production line wouldn't last long either, as the company dissolved as a Beloit, Wisconsin company by 1925. There was a significant transfer of the financial assets and production tooling to Warner partner J.W. Menall, who in turn opened a wagon manufacturing business. By 29, Warner sold whatever remained of his interests in the Warner Auto Trailer Company to Fruhoff Trailer, which remained in business until declaring bankruptcy in 1997 and subsequently being acquired by Wabash National. So where does all this stand today? That's a question we've been trying to answer for ourselves over the past 4 years. These pics from the 2010 eBay listings are the only ones we can find. If you or someone you know owns a Warner, let us know in the comments. As you probably noticed, we're looking at historic images, listing images, and the upcoming pics of our trailer. All the details are just a little bit different. Then there's our trailer. We bought it after having seen it on a listing on the AACA forum. The seller was in Nevada, which is a pretty easy drive for us. The most interesting part about our trailer is that prior to its time in a Nevada collection, it was actually held as part of the historical vehicle collection at the Ponderosa Ranch theme park. Let's look a little closer at our trailer. To begin with, we have a T40, which, as you may recall, means it was the cheaper of the two models, and came with a carrying capacity of 1,500 pounds. So you know it's number 1348. As you can see, our top bows that support the canvas are incomplete. They're not set up to support the original style canvas. Our canvas was reproduced before we owned the trailer, and was evidently done while the Ponderosa owned it. It was built to fit tight to the trailer and therefore was not built with restoration in mind. It wasn't built with a large front opening or the skylights like the original. It holds true for the beds as well. As such, it no longer retains its interior curtains. Our bed size is 6 feet 5 by 2 foot 6, which is about 2 feet shorter than the advertised size. The trailer does retain all its original running gear, the box and wood, and retains ghosts of its original logos. We also retain our original Pruden clincher wheels and wood fellows. So what have we done since we bought our Warner? Actually not much. We've replaced the tires and tubes, re-riveted the clinchers, built our missing bed supports, and rebuilt our top bows using what remained of our original supports as a pattern. Clearly, we've not rebuilt them to accept the original style canvas. In a future project, who knows? We're very happy with our Warner just the way it is. While we normally prefer things to be a little closer to the original, it's more than 60% original, so technically speaking, it meets the definition of an original artifact. We also realize that if we were actually in the 19-teens or 20s, this trailer would have been modified to the original user's liking. Now, 100 years later, our Warner has its own history, and we've decided to embrace that as best we can. Thanks for joining us on this adventure into Warner Auto Trailer history. If you liked the video, please click the like button, share, and of course subscribe. Thanks again, and we'll see you in our next episode.